Hello folks, welcome back to Old Boy and Georgia Guitars and More. Today we're going to be talking about this Partscaster that I've been working on, that I put the Chinese neck with the scallop fretboard on. We're going to be looking at it and, kind of showing you what you're going to get if you order one of these Chinese necks. The reason I ordered this is because I wanted to try the scallop fretboard. I had never used one, and I didn't want to pay a couple $100 or more to have one made and then discover I didn't like it once I had it. So I thought for $70 or so I would try one of these necks out, and that would be a cheap way of finding out whether I liked it or not. And cheap's the big word here. I'm going to show you this thing up close. I mean, first appearances, this thing really looks nice. I mean, first appearances, man, you're thinking, man, why did I pay all this money when I could get like a flame maple neck and all this with a scallop fretboard for $70. While I got it up here, there's a set of Wilkinson tuners that I put on here. So, got the string retainer, locking nut. I don't have it locked, then you'll see why in a minute. This is definitely a Partscaster. Pickups or the humbuckers are out of a Epiphone, an Epiphone Special or whatever, like the little Gibson Les Paul looking thing. Pretty good pickups, actually. The middle single coil's out of a Yamaha Pacifica. We got the Floyd Rose Special, and this thing's just made out of a little bit of everything. I just threw some cheap pots and a switch in there just for now. This is kind of a bulk up kind of thing to see how everything's going to work. And I've run into problems with this neck every way. Every way. Let me move this down just a little bit where we can. The pocket, the neck on the heel wouldn't fit a Stratocaster body. It was too wide. It was too long for 22 fret neck. I had to take and router a bunch of it out to fit a Strat. But on this guitar, I'm sure it uses an Ibanez neck, so there's a little gap in there. And I'm not sure if an Ibanez is 24 or 22. Somebody in the Ibanez world can let me know on that. But because that's what this body's, an Ibanez body, probably an RG or something, I guess. I'm not up on Ibanez too much. So I had to do a bunch of work on this heel to get it, to where it would fit anything. It was way too wide. It wasn't made right at all. And as far as the finish on this guitar, the best I can tell on this neck, is it's a wrap. There's no telling what this neck's actually made out of, what kind of quality of wood, but it's just like a wrap. Because I nicked a little place on the headstock, and it looks like paper. So what they've done is put some kind of wrap on this, and then covered it with polyurethane. So if you went to sand this down, you would just probably sand into some type of paper. And there's no telling what's under it. But I mean, for $70, what do you expect? But that's not the best part. And I'll show you why. Let me get this where we can see the guitar. Okay, I'm going to play something, just a simple thing, just to kind of get an idea. Okay. There we go, see? Just fret now. As soon as you start. See, all the frets aren't level at all. I mean, they're way out. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you check that before? Well, the reason is I knew it was that way. It wasn't as bad when I first bought the neck, but after being in the wintertime and, you know, the frets are getting sharp on the edges, you know, and then this neck actually looks like it has a hump in it. I mean, it's hard. You have to take a straight edge to look at it to see. So the reason I didn't go ahead and level the frets before is to show this, to make a point. Somebody that buys a neck to think they're just going to replace it, that don't have the tools or the knowledge to do a fret job, to level frets and recrown frets, they're going to be sick because they just rode $70 away because this thing is totally unplayable like it is. To the ninth fret, it's okay. If all you want to do is play, you know, G, D, C chords, I guess you could get by. But if you want to go above the ninth fret, you're in trouble. So, you know, if I wouldn't waste my money on another one of these. I mean, I just wouldn't waste my time, because if the average person that just wants to replace a neck on their guitar with a scallop fretboard, or they want a maple fretboard over a rosewood or whatever, they buy one of these necks, it's not going to work. It's not going to fit the guitar. It's not going to have, the frets are going to have to be level. So they're going to have to take that somewhere to a luthier or a tech and have all this work done. Okay, that being said, you've spent more money already than you could buy a made in Mexico Strat neck or a Korean Squire neck, whatever, you know, on eBay that's ready to go. So these are not, this is the only one I've bought, but just looking at it, it'll be the only one I buy. I mean, I don't really have a lot of faith in this thing as far as it lasting, holding up. Actually, the truss rod does work right now, so I'm not really, I just don't know what the neck's going to do. Once it's under tension for a while, just how it's going to hold up. And the frets are a little rough, kind of machine-wise. And sometimes what happens when I start trying to polish these frets on a real low, you know, low-end, cheap guitar neck, the frets start flaking off. It's like they've got just a little coating, like a chrome coating or something on them. And when you start taking steel wool and sanding those frets, they just start flaking and coming apart. So I'm hoping these are better than that, but I'm really going to have to take these things down quite a bit. And and I'm going to try to do this way so we can see it, you know, on this ninth fret, that how you're pretty good up to a point. See, hear that? See how that, as soon as you chord up to that, then that's where you're in trouble. And there's nothing you can do. You can't raise the string height enough to take care of that. I mean, it's just, you know, and the string height is actually pretty good. And then, you know, this thing's turned out okay. This is stuff I've just built. I did have to buy the tuners because they had the 10mm holes, and all I had laying around was 8mm stuff. So I did put the tuners on it. I mean, I think it'll make an alright guitar. And the thing is about putting tuners on this is, if this neck goes all to pieces and don't work out, I can always use them on something else. So I'm not out anything. I mean, I had the Floyd Rose special laying around that I was going to use on another body, just never got around to it, and I thought I'd just throw it on here. I mean, it actually, you know, which it's not correct Eddie Van Halen. Somebody painted it. I bought it this way, and actually they painted it red and used white and black tape. So, you know. But anyway, that was my point of this video today. It was just to, you know, let people know, you know, when you look on eBay or AliExpress or whatever, and you see these real pretty necks with all this pretty flame-looking wood on it, it's not what you're getting. I mean, it looks that way, and I feel like that's a whole lot the case with a lot of these low-end guitars that've got the flame, you know, a flame maple veneer, you know, with a mahogany body. I don't buy it. Not for the $200-300 guitar. You're getting a photo finish, a photo, you know, photo finish top or something. You're not getting the real thing. And my thing is, over 10, 15 years, what's it going to end up? What's it going to be? So that's why I stick mainly with Squire, Made in Mexico fenders, Epiphones, Jackson, Ibanez, stuff. The main companies. I mean, because their guitars have stood the test of time. Some of these new guitars out, and I don't want to pick on no particular brand, but I just question how long they're actually going to last. So I hope this has helped some folks out, and we'll do a little more to this thing. I'll get these frets leveled and get this thing playable, and we'll see what it does. And I've got my new camera. I haven't started using it yet. I've got to get an HD card and a few things, so maybe that's going to get better too with the video and the audio. And got quite a few more things coming up. Trying to get stuff done. It's just life gets in the way of this, and you have to do a lot of other stuff. But I really appreciate everybody that's subscribed to this channel and commented. I love the comments. I mean, maybe you've had a similar experience with this. Put it in the comments. What happened to you, or how good was it, or how bad? But, I appreciate if anybody wanted to subscribe and hit the little bell so you'll get updates in the future videos. But like I say, I really appreciate all the support and the subscribers and all that I have so far. And, hopefully it's only going to get better. So until the next time, I appreciate it very much.